Welcome to the Idaho Business Podcast, the only Idaho podcast focused on providing profits for Idaho people. If you love our state and love small business, you are in the right place. We interview local legends, learn business, and have way too much fun doing it. You're listening to the Idaho Business Podcast with your friend, host, and all-around great guy and owner of New Clean Commercial Cleaning, Spencer Ward.
All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Idaho Business Podcast. We are always sponsored by Sensations. These guys are a perfect, just beautiful little spa over there in Pocatello and Twin Falls, offering massages, tanning beds, everything that has to do with your health and making you look good. So go to the idahobusinesspodcast.com/sensations, or you just go to idahobusiness.com and click on their sponsorship name, and it'll bring you to their page. And they are offering, if you mention the podcast as you sign up, you will get a free cocoon wellness treatment or a red light therapy treatment. It's your pick. It's free just if you mention the podcast. So give them a holler, go onto those websites and give them a look. All right, guys and gals. Today I was thinking about a big topic that I'm sure everyone is struggling with. And I'm sure everyone wants more information about how to be better at. But instead of hitting it directly on, I'm gonna kind of hit it in a fun way. Today we're talking about how not to get job applicants. You know, we're all business leaders, we're business owners. We're scrambling to get people to work for us, right? Okay. Well, we're going to talk about what to do not to get them, so we know doing the opposite will get them. Number one, guys and gals, having no core values is the first not to do. And I've said this over and over again within this podcast, but core values, it's what defines you as a business leader, or if it's a team of ownership or whatever it is. Find the collective core values that belong to you or just that team, and write the hiring ad directed with those core values in mind. And along with that, core values, for example, with our company, New Clean, we have our core values: to be honest, have fun, work together, and make money. Super easy. We can rattle them off real quick. Our employees know them. That's just how we make decisions in our company. And that's how we hire. That's how we do everything. And along with those core values, I know we've all seen the show Avatar, but we need to create an avatar for the persons we want to hire. So you need to have your best employee and your worst employees that you've ever had, and put them up as avatars. So what made this employee the best employee? And you can go down to like their marital status, their age, their distance from your place of work, and some other tangible assets that they have that make them the best, make them the person that you call on when things get tough, and they're there for you. So what makes that person unique? So find those descriptions for that person and make that an avatar for you. Maybe, having a gal and a guy for your best, and give them names. Give it Jill or Mike over there. And so you can literally have a picture of them in your mind, and you can picture your best employee in your mind. And as you're writing that job ad, you are writing it directly to them. And the same goes for the worst employee. What that job ad you want to be writing to, the best employee is also going to turn off the worst employee. So that's some of the things you got to think about as you are going about this, as in the very initial stages of things. So how not to get job applicants: step one, don't have any core values. Step two, don't have an avatar to look for and to write a job ad for. Number three reason how not to get job applicants is to only utilize one source. Meaning, I'm just going to throw it up on our website. or I'm just going to put it up on Facebook, or I'm just going to put it up on Indeed, or I'm just personally, since I'm a small business owner, I'm just going to personally put it on my personal page and have it there. That's like, you guys, we are in kind of a job hiring crisis right now, and that's just not going to cut it anymore. You got to get creative. You've got to think outside the box right now, because everyone's doing the exact same thing they've always done, and they're having zero to little success. Um, Going along with that, number three, be kind of a point 3A, is having no real job post. Meaning, hey, I'm for my personal page. Hey, we're looking for dishwashers. Hey, we're looking for such and such position to fill. Okay, well, great. Like, every one of their dogs doing that. Have a real job post from your real company page and from your real company Facebook page or your real company Indeed page. Like, really have a legit job post speaking to that avatar, to your best avatar, your best employee avatar, that you're like, okay, this is the employee that I want. I'm going to speak directly to him or her. So that's part of that is how not to get a job applicants. Number 3A, don't have a real job posting. Have just winging it. Oh, I just need this. I need this position filled, and that's it. That's not gonna cut it, guys. So that's one of the big no-nos there. That's a good reason how you're not going to get good job applicants. All right. Um, Another thing, number 4, I would imagine, of how not to get job applicants is having nothing that separates you from the pack. So, if you're a restaurant or restaurateur, and you're looking for dishwashers or servers or whatever it may be, what differentiates you from your competitors? What's going to separate you from the pack that people are going to want to say, yeah, that seems like a better restaurant to work for, or whatever job it may be. What's going to separate you? Is it, there's so many ideas you can do. You could literally have as easy as having a monthly party that you get together with your employees and you play foosball, or you go bowling, or you do something. It doesn't have to be something expensive. Just do something fun that creates a culture that people want to be involved with, and have their families come in and have them bring their families and their friends, whatever. But as you get to see them in a party scenario with their families, you really get to see the real them. And the more you do that, the closer you all become as a work family, and the closer you get to be able to rely on each other more. So you're building that culture, which is huge. So, how not to get job applicants, number 4, is really, don't have it, or excuse me, this would be 5, nothing that separates you from others. So you could literally do a monthly party. You could offer, hey, if you work for us, we're paying for health club memberships for our employees. That's something fun and unique that maybe some other people aren't doing. And if you talk to some of these health clubs around town and you say, hey, I've got X amount of employees, what kind of deal can you give me? There's so much stuff out there that, if it's going to cost you an extra $100 a month or something, do it. Because right now, everyone's fighting for the same employees. And you want the employees not just of a warm body, but you want someone that's going to meet your core values and going to be closest to that perfect employee avatar that you've set up and established. Okay. Number 6, actually, of how not to get job applicants. Okay. Having that warm body syndrome that we've talked about. For example, you hire someone, and it's just a warm body. You even know when you're hiring them, this person probably not going to last, but I just need someone so bad. And I'm telling you from experience, and I know you know from experience as well, warm body syndromes get you in trouble. They're the face of your company. If you're hiring servers and they're the face of your company, you're having a warm body, and they're treating your customers like crap. Or if I'm in the cleaning business and I have a warm body in there and they don't clean and they leave things a mess, I'm losing customers. You're going to lose customers. So that's important, guys, to know not to hire warm bodies, even when we're in a critical stage. because they can do a lot more damage than they can do good. So when you're part of this process is when you're hiring someone, uh, what not to do is just here do this job and have zero to no training because you're in a rush. We're all panicked a little bit right now, and we all need people. So we just think, oh, okay, I got someone, this person, and you don't really think of them like, oh, I need to really cherish this person and cultivate this person so they'll stay. You just say, hey, do this job. Now, guys, find that, have a training system, have some structure to it. Have a little list of like, hey, this is the things you need to know, and this trainer is going to sign you off on it. So it can be as easy as that, a paper list of things. This is what you need to know to do this job successfully, and have that trainer go through that. And as soon as that trainer certifies that that person can do them all, they both signature next to those task lists and they hand it into you. That helps out so much. So you at least they've been shown all this stuff and they know how to do it. Because I'm telling you, word gets out. Word gets out that if you're a bad employer and there's no training, I'll say this little caveat as well. There's always going to be that employee that you hire. Hashtag warm body, hashtag worst employee ever, that's going to complain and they're going to quit and they say, this is the worst company ever. You're always going to have that because number one, you hired a warm body. You hired the worst avatar. And they had no objective to follow any of your training protocols. They had no objective to do anything that you needed them to do. They're just there to get a quick paycheck and bounce. So of course they're going to say whatever they want to say, and they bring their bad attitudes with it. So just remember, going back to the core values, how not to get job applicants, don't have core values, don't know what you're hiring. It's so much easier to hire people that are like you or your team that automatically get you and understand you than have someone that's like, well, I know this person's not going to be fit, but I need a warm body. So, okay, brings me to my next point of how not to get job applicants. I think we're on 6 or 7. I've kind of lost track at this point. Hire for attitude, train for skill. And I can't say that enough, people. A wise man taught me this a while back. Hire for attitude. I'll say this again. Hire for attitude and train for skill. Most of the jobs, like especially if we're in the service industry, you can train the skill for them. My company, I can train the skill for them, but I can't train the attitude. That's why you have to have those core values in mind so you can hire for attitude, so they have a good attitude right off the bat. And you feel like they're a match right off the bat. Sometimes the bad ones squeak in, they fake it. It's okay. You can filter those out. But hire for attitude, train for skill. And as we're hiring, I'm going to kind of circle back real quick on the warm body syndrome. As we're hiring, don't make it an easy hire. Hey, you've called for a job interview? Okay, let's do it real quick over the phone. Hey, do you have two legs and 2 hands that you can flip burgers? You're hired. Don't do that. Don't do that, guys. Like, I know we're panicked. I know that. Our company's in the same situation. We need people too. But I promise you, it costs you so much more if you don't have systems set up. So remember this phrase, blood in and blood out. Meaning, if it's harder to get in as an applicant into this job to get hired, and they knew they put the time and the work into getting this job, and it wasn't as easy as one phone call, it's going to be harder and for them to want to get out because they put blood into this situation, into this process, and then it's going to be blood out to get out of it. So it's make it a little. I'm not trying to say it's super hard to get into it, but make it a few, not just one step, maybe at least 2 steps, and the third step would maybe be a working week interview while they're working, doing the job, getting trained on the job. At the end of that week, you do a working week interview with them, seeing, are we really going to be a fit after we've seen what you can do and after you've seen our team and what we can do and what we offer each other. Make sure they're going to be a fit. That's a big one, guys. So if you don't want job applicants, make it super easy. One phone call hires, boom, 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 and they're going to quit one after another on you. So before we get into the last do not do, how not to get job applicants, I want to tell you we are also sponsored by Dell's Outdoor Advertising. These guys have done a phenomenal job for over 60 years between Pocatello and Blackfoot and digital and traditional billboards. These guys have your back. They're great at top of mind awareness. These billboards are a fantastic way to get your word out there. It's not, just Facebook now. People still look at billboards, and if you have a catchy little ad out there, with 6 to 8 words on it, with the right color scheme, it's going to pop, and people are going to enjoy it. I went to Boise this last weekend, and Mr. Gas had these. No, it wasn't Mr. Gas. It was Good to Go. I was going to Rigby, and one of their billboards had a review, an actual review of their gas station, and it said, "Would pee here again," and it was hilarious. I laughed, I giggled at it. Had just that review and their logo, and maybe their location, and I'm like, shoot, that is hilarious, But obviously, it got the point across. So go do that. Give Dale's Outdoor Advertising a call. If you sign up for 3 months, they'll give you an installation free or your first month for free. So that being said, let's go on to our last little bit here. When you hire someone, what can you do as a surprise and delight for them? Like, don't let that, like we said, have some structure to it. Once you hire someone, have some structure to what you're doing. Of course, train them and stuff like that. But after you've maybe done that working week interview and you feel like they're going to be a fit, what's something that's going to put it over the edge? What's something that's going to help major retain these people? Maybe it's a decorative cake with their name on it. Happy official hire day. Something fun like that. Cost you a few bucks. Maybe some decorating their workspace. And being fun with it. If that's the way your company is, have fun with it. Make them feel special. Maybe it's and along with the decorations, put a gift bag there for them, a welcoming gift bag. And this is a fun one too. Maybe do a small surprise gift bag to send home to their spouse, because who's the real decision maker in that family? It's the spouses, and that's huge. If you can get the spouse on your side and be like, wow, this is huge, like your job is awesome, like they even sent me something. I'm telling you guys, it's the small stuff that makes it all worthwhile. And I'm telling you, if you can do those things, and even the small things of having their business cards ready for them on their first day, or the first day after the working week interview, having their name badges if that's the type of business you are, having all that stuff set up so they feel like, man, these guys are organized, they're structured. This is going to be a good place, because people need that. People need that structure in their life. So I hope these are some good tips for you of how not to get job applicants. If you don't want job applicants, don't do those surprise and delight ideas. Don't do any of the blood in, blood out ideas. Don't hire for attitude, and don't train for skill. There's so much stuff out there that you need to remember. And I'm telling you, at the end here, I'll tell you one thing that we do in our company. And I'm telling you, I'm not saying we're the best at hiring, but I feel like we're pretty dang good. We have automated systems set up. So that's one thing on your job post. I'm going to circle quickly back, and I'm going to end this thing quickly here. On your job post, so many people say, hey, this is the job post, here it is, contact us, peace. No, have one call to action. If your website's set up for them to do digital applicants, like digital apply right there, don't just say, hey, go to our website and apply. Say, click this link and apply now, or call this number now, and help them understand what they're getting themselves into with that call to action. But just have one single clear call to action, and I'm telling you, it's going to help you. On top of that, I'll just read you, because we write our ad with our avatar in mind and our core values in mind. And I'll tell you right now, guys and gals, we offend some people. We get some messages on Facebook when we're advertising this. Oh, you guys are judgmental. You guys, I don't care. Perfect. You don't I don't want you. You obviously are the person that's not going to match me. You're my worst avatar. You're not my best. And that's so your job ad should really disqualify the people you don't want. Remember, don't like it's going back to that warm body syndrome. So just give you a few. We always say this opportunity is for you if you know how to pick up your phone and text and call back. It's part of our core values, working together. You show up on time every time. Being honest. You don't need someone looking over your shoulder to get the job done. That's all falls in line with those core values. You enjoy being appreciated for your hard work. You work well with others, and you're fun to be around. That's opportunities for you if. And then it goes on. This opportunity is not for you if you're in trouble with the law, like drugs, and you hate everyone. We try to make it fun because that's part of our core values, having fun. If you don't have a car, ... that runs. If you change job more than you shower, if 8 o'clock means 8:05 to you, if you like to be bored and hate humans, and if you kick puppies, this is not the opportunity for you. And then after that, we have a clear, make this one step after this. And that's just how it is. Like telling you, like I said, we're not the best, but have those disqualifying taglines and those things in your job ad, so you can take away the people that aren't going to benefit your company. And I'm telling you, you'll thank me in the end, because it's helped us dramatically to hire the right people the first time. And we have some bad ones sneak in here and there, but I'm telling you, it helps dramatically to have this stuff working for us. So hope you enjoyed these how to not get applicant episodes. Well, not episodes. This will be one. Maybe there'll be another later on just for fun. But again, guys, go out there, have a positive day. Make the week, just make it yours, and find those opportunities to change your formula, tweak the way you're doing things, and make it different, because that's the definition of insanity, people doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So go out there, stay away from the negative people, don't hire the negative people, and enjoy your week. And we'll see you next episode. And like always, go out and share your favorite episode. Maybe give us a nice rating and review, and adios.
Congratulations on spending a couple of minutes getting a little bit smarter, having some fun, and supporting the Idaho business community. If you're feeling the love, make sure to subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you are.